Check, 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 mic, check, 1, 2. It's that Pree Talk. What's up, y'all? It's DJ RJ in the building. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate the love. We're doing the Pree Talk today. Pree Talk, just to get it out of the way, is my show that helps me bridge the gap between the audience and the music. So if you want to listen to the music, you can listen to me on Reggae Sundays every single evening or afternoon, wherever you at, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you at. Just do the math. I can't do it for you, but sometimes I wish I could. You can listen to the show, or you can come talk to me. If you'd rather just talk, come talk to me sometime between 9 and 11 Eastern Standard Time. Talk to me, and we can chop it up and bridge that gap between the music and the people. That's what the show is about. That's what the show's for. Talking entertainment news, a little bit of tech, whatever we can to keep the show rolling, keeping good topics on the forefront. Might be a little BS too, but it's all good. We're going to talk either way. The Pree Talk, that's what this is for. Once again, Reggae Sundays, that's my show in the afternoon. On Sundays, my show that I use to play nothing strictly but reggae, nothing but reggae, strictly reggae. It's something that's close to my heart. I grew up listening to that kind of music, listening to that with my moms, family members, just listening to straight grooves. That was the kind of vibe I grew up with. That's the kind of vibe I try to bring to y'all. I love to share the music, and it seems like some of y'all love to listen as well, so I appreciate the love always. Reggae Sundays is definitely, again, dear to my heart, close to my heart. It gives me a great feeling. I try to share that feeling with y'all. If you're cleaning your house, if you're in the car driving on Sunday, even if you're going to church, maybe not church with your grandparents or something like that, but even if you're going to church with your lady, I'm saying, playing some smooth grooves, you might have a little bit of blasphemy in there here and there, but mostly playing smooth grooves, fight the system, love, respect, a little bit of gangster music. We do it a little bit of everything with Reggae Sundays. So just tune in and you'll love it, I'm sure. But Pree Talk, we're going to talk about entertainment news, tech, music. Might be a little bit of celebrity news in there, of course, talking about music and all that. Not really doing politics, not doing religion. It's not my thing, but we're still going to talk anyway. And that's what we do. Got a few topics for y'all today. Some great topics, I think. Some definitely more focused on the music. I've been a little focused on entertainment news for the first few shows. Definitely want to keep a focus on the music. Last week we talked about Usher. Before that, we talked about Brian McKnight and his family. A lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of drama out there, but the Usher story was fun, showing how he connected with his kids and using social media to do that. I think that's great. Parents definitely should get involved in their kids and what they're doing online, because there's a lot of stuff going on out here, and you definitely need to pay attention and monitor that. That's what we need to do. What I want to do is present that link. What up, y'all? See y'all in the chat. See y'all watching. Appreciate the love. What I want to do is put out the link. If anyone does want to join in on and chime in on these topics, I'm gonna put that link out there for y'all. Usually don't do it this early, but we're running a little late today, so I'm gonna just do it. Little technical difficulty. We're using a different browser today, but it's all good. We're going to figure out what's going on with Google. I don't know what's going on with Google, man. Hating on me today. Hopefully it doesn't affect the show later. I should be good going through OBS. So if you stream, you know what I'm talking about, man. It's always a struggle. Sometimes troubleshooting consumes you and takes over, and you just got to find any way you can to get online. But we figured it out using a different browser today, and we're going to keep the show going no matter what. I got some great topics for y'all today. So topic number one, we're going to start with your boy. I'm not going to say it's, negative or positive, but it's your boy, Proswell. Proswell Michelle is a member, I guess you could say a leader of the group, the Fugees, Grammy winning group. Definitely some legendary music. He's gotten in trouble. He got in trouble kind of back in the day. At this point, it's been a while since I heard about him and his trouble, his legal troubles. I don't know, but they're bringing it back up, talking about he's trying to postpone his prison time. He got a prison sentence. Definitely going to sit down for a little bit while he's awaiting his appeal. A lot of people, they get lined up for something. They, whatever you want to call it. They gotta go sit down for a little bit and go to prison. While they're awaiting trial. A lot of people are in prison just waiting for their date. And he's like, nah, that's not going to be me. I lived such a great life. I gave y'all great music, man. I gave y'all ghetto superstar. Why? Why should I sit down in a prison cell and not be here for the people, man? I need to think at home with my studio and my women and whatever else he got. My family, that's probably what he's going to say. Man, of course he's going to try to be as comfortable as possible while he's awaiting this sentence, this trial. Of course he's going to try to be home doing this thing. He might even agree to house arrest. Who knows? Who knows what kind of house he lives in? That music he put out, I'm sure it's generated a lot of money and still generates money. Publishing ain't no joke. He produces. He does the hook. And obviously he got the talent together as well, which is all part of production. And yeah, Proswell, he's a legend, but I wouldn't say so much where he might get this kind of special treatment that he's asking for. Maybe if his lawyer's good enough, who knows? Maybe if he has somebody really behind him, I don't know. That could be possible, but I don't think Proswell got that kind of clout out there for that, man. That's definitely not what I'm thinking. So his thing was conspiracy. That's what he is waiting for trial for. Convictions of conspiracy, money laundering, and illegal lobbying. And they're asking for a 14-year prison sentence for him, which is crazy. They have apparently substantial questions for him. I'm sure they got a lot to ask. How did you hide from us for so long? How did we not know this was going on? You're Proswell. You're a name that we should have known. We already looked up Wyclef. We already got Lauren. We didn't even know about you. Yeah, they coming for you. They coming for your boy Pros too. That is wild, but it's all good. I'm glad. I'm glad at least he's fighting for his life. He's not just sitting down trying to await his time to sit down. He's actually caring about what's going on. I'm sure he don't want to be away from his family for real. Nobody wants that. You gotta maintain your quality of life as long as you can. And hey, he knew what he was doing. Maybe he should have. Maybe he should have did a little bit more thinking before he got involved in whatever he was involved in. Conspiracy, like I can't. I mean, they can put conspiracy on anybody. That's an easy, I think, thing to prove. If somebody's involved in anything or has any kind of relationship that's close to criminal, I think that's easy to prove and possibly convict. Sometimes they just trump up charges. Law enforcement, they do that sometimes, but who knows if this is one of those times. I don't know. It's wild. I think that he should continue to fight. It's going to be expensive to keep fighting. I know it's going to be expensive to go to trial, of course, but he should continue to fight and stick up for himself, whether he did it or not. He's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. I don't know if that's true, but that's what he's trying to show. And yeah, Proswell, shout out to you, man. Good luck. I don't know if Ghetto Superstar is going to generate enough money to pay for the lawyer, but you got to pay that rent too, that mortgage. Who knows what else you're paying for out there? Damn, you're about to turn into a Ghetto Superstar for real. I can't even say much about that. That's wild, man. But shout out to Proswell. Shout out to his production. Shout out to the Fugees. I don't know if they're really helping him out. Um, if they can help him out and stay out of these prison streets for the 14-year bid they're trying to get him for. But yeah, I mean, he was found guilty. So he just wants to live the rest of his time while he awaits his appeal. He wants to spend the rest of his time home. That's what he's hoping for. They're going to give him 14 years out of a max 22. 3 years probation after that. You know how that goes. So, you know, he's not that old. I mean, he's an older man, but he's not that old. He could sit down for 14, maybe even 10 to 12. You know, hey, man, you do the crime. Sometimes you got to do the time. It's like that, man. They said that he didn't go to trial. They didn't even send him to trial until 2023. He was being accused of illegally funneling money from some apparent Malaysian fugitive who I don't know. Apparently, the money got into Obama's 2012 re-election campaign, and then tried to influence Donald Trump and his administration to end an investigation that they had into the dude that he was illegally funneling money with. So it's a lot. It's a lot going on. You know, this dude's probably out here trying to press politicians and all that. That's just wild. I can't even imagine what this dude has done to get under the government's radar like this in this way, man. Proswell from the Foodies we're talking about. If you're just tuning in, yeah, this is wild. And now he wants to sit home comfortably while he's awaiting his trial for his appeal. Man, you're gonna have to sit down regardless. You might as well get some time in while you're waiting for that appeal. They at least most likely going to grant you time served for the time you do. So, hey, man, I know you want to stay out as long as you can, but you probably want to get out as quick as you can, too. Every day is going to count. Every single day is going to count when you're sitting down for that long. 14 years. 14, I can't do it. I can't do that, man. I couldn't do 2 nights. Not me. Nope. Never. And I've never been in prison. So I couldn't imagine. They only had me in a little holding cell. I couldn't imagine prison. That's crazy. In there with dudes who asking me where they sending me to. I don't know where they sending me to. I'm trying to get out of here. I don't know nothing about that. Nope. Don't put me in them prison streets. Not me. Nope. They say most don't really survive. You know, at least mentally, they don't survive that first 6 months, man. 6 months to a year. Oof. You got to watch out. I can't do it. That won't be me. I'm not going to do nothing to put myself in that predicament. That's my hope. That's my hope. But who knows? What up, Cali for President? I see you out there. Appreciate this. Salute to you. So yeah, Proswell, man. Good luck. This dude trying to, you know, change politics with his money. I guess that ghetto superstar paycheck is really doing its thing. I guess it's really helping him to make waves in these streets. And now you're found guilty of 10 charges brought against you. That's crazy. You know, that's wild. Like, I don't think it was worth it. You know? And then apparently after that, after being found guilty, well, no, not after being found guilty, but apparently last year sometime he sued Miss Lauryn Hill for canceling a planned Fuji store. I guess he was really hoping to get that money because he needed that money to pay his attorneys. I'm sure that's what he needed it for, but that didn't work out, buddy. I apologize to you, man. You know, from the black community, you know, giving you an apology, man, that you couldn't get those black dollars from the Fugees or, you know, all them people who love the songs on the radio. That sucks, but come on, suing Lauren, man. You gonna sue Miss Hill? Come on, dog. She wasn't gonna show up till 2-3 hours late anyway. So what are you suing her for? That don't even make no sense to me. But anyway, man, Proswell, good luck to you on your case. They're gonna sit you down for about 14 years at least. 14 years. You ready, man? I don't I don't know if you're ready. I just know I couldn't do it. But yeah, back in November, he was convicted of all 10 charges and he was sentenced to 14 out of 22 years in prison for conspiracy and illegal foreign lobbying. Wow. He probably gonna say he didn't even know what was happening. How could a ghetto superstar even know what was going on, right? That is what you are, man. You're gonna be a superstar in them jails. Good luck. Good luck to you, buddy. So that's Proswell. Fuji's, who knows what's going on with Wyclef? Wyclef, you gonna help him out or you still trying to be president? I don't know what's going on, man. We don't know what's going on with Wyclef, but we know what's going on with Prize, and we know Lauren Hill ain't gonna be there to support him. She's not gonna be in the stands helping him out. Not after you sued her, man. You just isolated yourself in these musical streets, man. Isolated yourself by suing that woman. That's crazy. You know, no matter how late she is to her show, she's still a sweetheart to the people. They still love her. Miss Hill. You gonna sue Miss Hill for canceling a tour. Hey man, if she ain't wanna do it, she ain't wanna do it. It's been all these years. You thought it was magically gonna happen now? Nah. Nah. Nah, man. But it's cool. It's cool, Proswell. What's his real name? His real name, Prakazrel Samuel Praz Michel. Okay. That's very Haitian, man. Prakazrel Samuel Praz Michel. Okay. Wow. That is a very Haitian name. I got nothing to say about that, man. You know, good luck to you saying that while you're in jail, fighting them off. Just good luck. Just good luck to you, man. You're gonna hear a lot of Prakazrels. They're gonna do their research before you get there. Trust me. They're gonna know who you are, Prakazrel. I cannot say that word. Prakazrel. Wow. It sound no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Yo, good luck to you, man. Nope. Next story, we got another musical story, maybe a little bit lighter. Your boy Fela Kuti. Fela Kuti is world renowned, most likely for his, I would say, creation or push of Afrobeat music. He, I believe, created the Afrobeat, no S sound. And, you know, Afro beats is what came out of that many years later. Also, shout out to Femi Kuti, who is related to Fela, who was also a great artist. But Fela Kuti is going to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award at the 2026 Grammys. And that's amazing because he's such an amazing artist who's really blazed a trail for all the music we have today. There were people who were telling me in 2017, you know, even the early 2010s, they were telling me, watch out, man. There's some music coming. Check it out. Check out Afro beats, man. We got some music coming. You better get that on your list. If you DJing, you need that in your list. You need a whole playlist just for Afro beats. That was back then. And I did not listen. I had, man, I probably had 20, 25 songs, all Nigerian. Didn't even have a, you know, eclectic mix of Afrobeat songs. I had maybe 20, 25 songs. About 2019, maybe the end of 2020, I probably had close to 1,000 songs of Afrobeats because the movement had exploded so much, and I wasn't even touching the surface with the little bit of music I had. So, Yeah, they were right, and I could have been ahead of the curve on that. But we here now. We here now, and the music's just growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. Um, I've been blessed to see so many Afrobeat artists like Burna Boy, BXNX, whatever his name is now, formerly known as Buju, Ira Star. Who else I see? That dude who did what's that song? I don't know. But I've seen so many. I've seen WizKid, never seen Thames. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people in that. I've seen Burna Boy a couple times. A lot of people in that realm. It's a great genre. It's a great genre. If you don't listen to it, you should definitely take a listen. Open up your ears. Fela Kuti is the maybe crown prince, crown king. Femi Kuti might be the prince, but Fela Kuti is the crown king of the Afrobeat movement. His music was much more musical, a lot more, percussive drums, just a lot, just a whole different feel, a lot more, I would say, tribal in sounds, for lack of a better word. That sound was definitely different. That sound came in the 60s, way back in the day, before we even heard of a Burna Boy or WizKid or Thames, an Irish Star, any of them. There was Fela, and he blazed a trail. Shout out to him. Whitney Houston's also receiving one. Paul Simon, many others who are receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys. I'm probably going to check it out. I think, let's see, also Cher, Carlos Santana, Shaka Khan, lots of legends. Hey, shout out to Cher and her young brother that she got. Hey, he's doing it. And it looks like he believes in love after love, life after love, whatever it is she said. He believes in that. She believes in that. So they're going to believe in it together. Hey, shout out to him and that check. Shaka Khan, legendary, Rufus and Shaka, legendary singer, songwriter. I think she deserves it, deserves a Lifetime Achievement Award. I think she deserved it a long time ago, but she's getting it now, and that's cool. Hey, if Fela can get one now, Shaka Khan, she got one right on time, and she's still alive to receive it. So that's amazing. Shout out to Shaka Khan. T Will, what up, though? I see you. Shout out to the chat. We're going to drop it one more time just in case they want to come up and talk. If not, it's okay. I'm going to keep on going. Yeah, Shaka Khan, she is a legend, a living legend that we got to honor. If you love some old school Kanye, Through the Wire, there's so many songs that people will sample, but if you love some old school Kanye, Through the Wire, that's her, that's Shaka Khan, Through the Fire. That's an easy sample, just that people might know. But so many songs have been sampled of hers. Shaka Khan is amazingly legendary. Fela Kuti is amazingly legendary. If you know Common, Common's Like Water for Chocolate album that came out in 2000, you don't got to quote me because that's true. That album was a big shout out to Fela Kuti and Femi Kuti because they used all that old music and sampled it and made some amazing beats between Jay Dilla and DJ Premier. Made some amazing beats that, I don't know, to me kind of revolutionized that boom bap sound, mixing Detroit and Chicago and that African sound. It's an amazing album. If you haven't heard it, please do. Jay Dilla, shout out to him, RIP. Changed the landscape of music himself, but they don't give him the credit he deserves. Yeah, music is it's crazy how it just transcends time, how it goes through time, how we keep flipping things and making old things new. Sampling took a long time to catch on and really become a, I guess, quote unquote, legal thing for labels to really take hold of that and find a way to make money off that. Because if they didn't make the money, they called it illegal. So they found a way to do it. Everybody gets paid. We all good. As long as they agree, everybody gets paid. But now we got to deal with these streaming services cutting you off and all this stuff. It's a lot, man. It's a lot going on. But shout out to Fela Kuti receiving Fela Kuti, Whitney Houston, Shaka Khan, Carlos Santana, Cher, all these people, Paul Simon, um, they're gonna get these 2026 Lifetime Achievement Awards, and shout out to them, man. More power to them. Definitely go stream some Fela Kuti, support his estate. Whitney Houston, R.I.P., support her estate. Carlos Santana, Shaka, even share. Go play that music and support these artists. I don't care how much money they got, as long as you keep supporting these old artists, then artists can grow and grow with the fans and always have a stream of revenue to support their families and their friends. So I always say support the artists, keep streaming their music, play their music for real, request it on your radio stations. Why not? You know, because that's how we really get paid. Artists actually still get paid more by play on radio than they do on Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, anywhere else you're listening to music. They're getting played much more or paid much more when they get played on the radio. YouTube actually pays the most for musicians out of all the streaming services. Trust me, I know I get very small checks coming in the mail too, and yeah, YouTube definitely is the one that pays the most. They have the highest revenue share with artists and labels. So shout out to YouTube for that. But y'all still don't let nobody play copyrighted music, so I just don't get it. There's a revenue share, but that small amount is still more than what Spotify and all the rest of them are paying. So, hey, YouTube, appreciate you for that. But maybe we get a little more piece of the pie in the future. Who knows? Who knows? Fela Kuti, Whitney, Paul, Shaka, Cher, Carlos. I appreciate y'all for giving us great music. Carlos, Maria, we know she reminded us of a West Side Story. Maybe she grew up in Spanish Harlem, but we don't know. It's just hearsay. We don't really know. But Carlos has amazing music. Oye Como Va. Carlos Santana is an amazing guitarist. Maybe even revolutionized the sound of electric guitar for Latin music. I know a lot of people have studied his style, copied his style. I've been around a lot of guitarists in my lifetime as musicians, so Carlos Santana is definitely influential in the musical world. He deserves everything he got. He's created amazing music. I know his tours are incredible. Shout out to him. I wonder if he's still on tour. If so, I'm gonna go see Carlos Santana. I gotta just go to a Carlos Santana show. Why not? That's gonna be the plan one day. He's on the list. I got a list, man. It's not a split list, but I'm gonna make sure I see him hit that stage. I know that. Okay. So yeah, they got some honorees, of course, too, for the 2026 Grammys. They got Bernie Taupin, Eddie Palmieri, Sylvia Rome are going to be named as next year's Trustee Award winners. And they got technical Grammys going out there too. So when you get a Grammy, everybody who worked on that project gets one. So sometimes you got to consider that there's a lot of different jobs out here in music. People always talk about the artist, maybe even the producer, but there's writers, there's engineers, production assistants. There's all types of people behind the scenes getting these awards too. So shout out to them, man. It takes a lot to create a star, at least these days, or at least it used to. But for real, to make a real star, it takes a lot because there's a lot of artists and there's a lot of artists who are well known, but there's not a lot of stars out there, The only star I can name from this newer generation in hip hop is NBA YoungBoy. That's it. YB. Can't even think of no other ones. The other ones are probably all female. He's the only male one I can think of. And I don't even listen to that music. But you gotta know. You gotta know what's out there. You gotta know what they're listening to. The children, the kids. You gotta know what they're playing in these streets. So shout out to Fela Kuti and the crew. I'm not gonna name all of them all over again. Shout out to them. For giving us great music. Um, can I play that? I don't want to play Fela because I know they're gonna strike me. Um, I'm not gonna do that to myself. What I will do for y'all, I mean, y'all can look them up yourself, but let's see what Fela's. Let's see what Fela's. Why you should know Fela. Let's look him up a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man, it's a new. It's a new browser. We're gonna figure this out. Share screen. Aha. Oh, they only will share this screen. That's crazy. Yeah. This browser ain't working. Not today. Not today. All right, we won't be sharing nothing today. Nothing at all. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to do it. There's always a workaround. If you know how to troubleshoot, you know how to find a workaround. There's always one. You just got to work for it, you know? That's what we do here. It's that Pree Talk. Once again, in case y'all didn't know, Pree Talk is my show that I use to bridge the gap between the audience and the music to give y'all something to talk about. If y'all want to talk about the music with me, what up, Vaughn? Shout out to Vaughn. I see you in the building. Salute to you. You. Pree Talk is the way to bridge the gap between the audience and the music, giving y'all something to talk about, to discuss. I bring up entertainment news, music news, a little bit of tech, interesting things to talk about. Sometimes it is just trash news and topics, but hey, man, it's something to talk about. It's a place where you can join me. You can just listen in. Either way, it's going to be like a talk show, podcast ish, but always a way to, always going to be a bridge between the music and the people. And the music comes at roughly 4-ish p.m., 4:15, 4:30, 4:45, sometime between 4 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll find me. Just hit that notification bell. You'll find me. You'll get a notification on your phone right away, hopefully, letting you know when I go live. I go live pretty much every single Sunday. Been doing it for years. I appreciate those that have tuned in, continue to tune in, the new listeners. We got plenty of subs. Getting those repeat listeners is the goal. So we here doing this. So check it out. Reggae Sundays with DJ RJ, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you at. Just do the math. I can't do it for you, but sometimes I wish I could. What I'm going to do is give y'all a little inkling of who Fela Kuti is. Just as a man, a Nigerian man who has, molded the landscape for what Afro beats, Amapiano, what all that is today. If you don't know the music, get familiar. They told me to get familiar before it really got popping, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. I had 25 songs. I needed like 5,000, but it's all good. I got ready and I got prepared a little late. 2019, after Burning Boy's African Giant album, I was hooked. That's the one that sent me there. Yeah, no pause. It sent me there because music does that. It sends me there. And I DJ to share that with y'all. And I set up this podcast / talk show to set that up with y'all and share it with y'all. So right now we're going to give y'all a little inkling of Fela who he is. I'm actually going to just read his bio as I share some of these portraits, pictures of Fela. Not a slideshow. Maybe next time I'll set up a slideshow. Maybe we'll talk a little deeper about what he's done and his impact in the music. But we're going to need the best browser to do that. And right now we don't have that. Fela, start from here. And I might have misspoken on the years. The Fela years, I don't know. Give me the 90s, give me the 2000s. I know my stuff. But before that, it's all a blur. Before my time, I might not know. But either way, I'm going to give y'all the dough. I don't know what that meant. But we're going to keep it moving. Give y'all a little bio of Fela Kuti so y'all know a little bit about who he is, what he's done, who he's been to the musical community, and just a little bit about his life. Fela Kuti, his full name, Fela Anikulapo Kuti. It's a Yoruba name, Nigerian, as I said. Born in 1938, died in 1997. A Nigerian musician and political activist. He's regarded as the principal innovator of Afrobeat. I know my stuff, y'all. A Nigerian music genre that combines West African music with American funk and jazz. He is the leader, the trailblazer, the pioneer of that genre. Nobody else can say that but him. Fela Kuti, at the height of his popularity, he was referred to as one of Africa's most challenging and charismatic music performers. Damn, challenging sounds like he was tough to work with. That's what they say to black women in the industry. That's crazy. But Africa's most challenging and charismatic music performers. They described him as a musical and socio-political voice of international significance. Wow. That's a lot. A musical and socio-political voice of international significance. Shout out to Fela, man. Shout out to Fela. He's the son, or was the son, of Nigerian women's rights activist Funimilayo Ransom Kuti. He had a band, Africa 70, featuring Tony Allen. They blew up in Nigeria during the 1970s. I said the 60s. I was a little bit off on that. That's the time where Fela Kuti was an outspoken critic and target of Nigeria's military juntas. Military juntas? What's a military junta? I don't know, but we can find out. The military dictatorship in Nigeria. That's what the military junta was during 1966 to 1979. This was a period when members of the Nigerian armed forces held power in Nigeria, 1966 to 1999, with an between 1979 and 1983. I guess they took a little break, but the military was able to rise to power, often with the tacit support of the elite through coup d'etats. So a lot of coup d'etats got their boudes. I don't even know, but that's wild. So the army was able to take power in Nigeria during that time. That's a long time. So basically 66 to 79 in the 1900s, 20th century, and then again 83 to 99. So they would just overthrow the leadership. Wow. Coup d'etat. That's that word I do know. We learning today. We learning together. That's wild. All based on Fela Kuti too. Look at that. Junta. Okay, junta is pronounced junta. Thank you, Callie. I appreciate that, man. We need that kind of interaction because I just be saying anything. Apparently, that's what everybody just be doing, right? We just be talking, hoping that it's the right thing. But yeah, nah. This is great information. Appreciate that, Callie for prayer. Shout out to you. So the military dictatorship was the juntas, and they had at least 2 to about 3 decades of rule in Nigeria. That's wild. We learn it together. Um, yeah, there's a lot. You can read about that yourself. Ask ChatGPT, DeepSeek, whoever you want. Siri, if you want. You ask that girl or any voice now. But that's what the juntas are. Um, Back to Fela. So Fela was he was an outspoken critic and target of them. Um, in 1970, he founded the Calacuta Republic Commune, and the commune declared itself independent from military rule. That's amazing. The commune was destroyed in a 1978 army raid that injured Kuti and his mother, and unfortunately, his mother was fatally injured. Shout out to her, R.I.P. He was jailed by the government of Muhammadu Buhari in 1984, but released after 20 months. Okay, he really rode for us. He did 20 months, and Praz of the Fugees said, "I just want to stay home before I go to trial for this appeal. I just want to be home in my footies, in my pajamas, listening to my song with Maya over and over and over while I await this trial for my appeal." And Fela was like, "F that, I'm going down for 20 months, man. That's it. I'm going down for my people." That's crazy. So he was jailed by the government of Muhammadu Buhari in 1984, released after 20 months. He continued to record and perform through the 1980s and 1990s. Like I said, he is a legend. I brought this up because he's now receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award and a Grammy through the Grammy Recording Academy, Grammy Association. Giving y'all some visuals of Fela so you can see music is the weapon of the future, you know? Fela Kuti definitely, he was a sound and a voice in my home growing up, as was Femi Kuti. Femi Kuti is his son. Femi also has some great music. Check it out. Kind of continued the legacy. They just don't really talk about Femi the way they talk about Fela. But I definitely listened to that music growing up, and I recommend it. It takes you to a space that you might not be ready for. It's definitely very cultural, very deep music, and the stuff he's talking about is very real. So shout out to the Recording Academy for finally giving him his just due. Who knows how that happened? But shout out to him. I'm glad he's getting that recognition, along with many others. Whitney, we already know what she did, man. Whitney gave us some great music. No matter what they say about her, the music she gave us was great, and I appreciate it. I ain't gonna talk about Whitney. Can't do that. Hey, what up? Shout out to Conceited. Shout out to you. Right now, we're just talking about Fela Kuti and his Lifetime Achievement Award he's going to receive from the Grammys, the Recording Academy. Shout out to him for blazing the trail in Afrobeat, being the first person to combine West African music and American funk and jazz. Excuse me. And yeah, he did his thing. He is a pioneer, and no one can take that from him or his family. Yeah, shout out to him. He did a 20-month bid, and Proswell from the Fugees can't even go in and start his time early. Like, damn, get that time out the way, Pros. Get that time out the way, man. Hey. What up? Shout out to Fuzzy Dread. Appreciate the listen. Yeah, if y'all want it, y'all could do the walking talking here. They don't bother me. But of course, I'm gonna start my show, Reggae Sundays, after Pree Talk, between 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you at, just do the math. I can't do it for you, but sometimes I wish I could. That's the time I would have to stop and get the ball rolling on my show. But y'all could talk in here as much as you want, It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Back to the topic. Fela Kuti, he's a legend. He gave us great music. I really encourage y'all to listen and stream this artist. Um, hey, you can still call your radio stations and ask. You can put requests online now for your radio stations and ask for this legendary music from a legendary artist, and he'll get much more money getting played on the radio than he would on Spotify and iHeartRadio and any other internet station, Pandora, YouTube. The radio still pays more. So make sure you support radio, man. It's still a thing. It's still a thing. So I'm gonna call my radio station on Monday, be like, play some Fela Kuti. They're not gonna play him, but at least I called and I tried. You know, it don't sound like Lotto. It don't sound like Glow. They love Glow. They be like, go Glow. I can't say go Fela because they're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. So shout out to Fela Kuti. Getting that Grammy 2026 Grammy Awards. Lifetime Achievement Award goes to boom, 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 boom. That was me playing a drum. Fela Kuti, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to him for real. So those are my main two stories. Proswell, as they call him, Pras Michel from the Fugees, awaiting his trial for his appeal, and he wants to await his appeal trial at home, chilling, eating Burger King, chicken nuggets with caviar, whatever the hell he's doing off them ghetto superstar spins. That's what he wants to do at home, not in a jail cell, not in a prison cell. They want him to do 14 years of a 22-year sentence. He's like, I'm trying to just chill at home until y'all call me. When y'all call me, I'll come. But until then, I'm chilling. He probably going to make some more beats. You know, he's trying to get out there. Is Ghetto Superstar, is that a hot beat? Is that a good beat? Is that a hot song? I don't know. I love the hook. I love the hook. Are the bars hot? Are those flames? I don't know. I don't know if I could call it that, man. So that was my first topic that I brought up. The next topic I brought up was Fela Kuti and him winning a Lifetime Achievement Award, a Grammy, in the 2026 Grammy. So shout out to him for that. I think I think he definitely deserves it. I think he should be celebrated and given his flowers. Definitely. Little picture of Fela, maybe a little bit of a wild picture, but this is the 70s. You know, this is probably the 80s. You know, this picture. He represented his culture. He represented where he was from, 100%, and you can't take that away from him. You know, apparently he did grow up well off. His family was technically upper middle class in Nigeria, colonial Nigeria. Um, but both of his parents were outspoken, so that's probably where he got it from. So, you know, I think a lot of times you end up being like your parents, and that's just how it is. So shout out to them for blazing the trail for this trailblazer and pioneer, Fela Kuti. Shout out to the people in the building. Please hit that like button on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. We reporting live from StreamYard, powered by StreamYard, as y'all see in the corner. Live streaming. Appreciate the love. I think I got another one for you. If y'all want to jump in the chat, please feel free. If you want to say a little something, you can. I'm not going to keep on dropping this link, but I'm going to drop it one more time in case y'all do want to jump on and say something, talk about any of these topics. I do have one more. It's Christmas time, apparently. Hanukkah is coming up, all that stuff. Whatever you celebrate, do your thing, have fun, enjoy your family, whatever these things mean, the backstories, the religious stories, I don't know, man. Just have fun, enjoy your family. Hope you get some money. Breathe positivity. That's what we got to do. So the next story I got, it's a little bit on the tech side. Travel POV, shout out to you. What up, what up, what up? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out to the 8 in the building. We hit a milestone today. Shout out to the 8 in the building. Please hit that like button. We can get out into the algorithm, get a couple more people in here, really start it up. This is the Pree Talk. I'm just giving y'all a place to vibe, talk about entertainment news, a little bit of tech, a little bit of music, but a lot of just talk. Just some of it's gossip, some of it's going to be trash. It don't even matter. What up, CB3? Nomad, what up? Travel. Oh, I see y'all. Shout out to the 10 in the building for that Pree Talk. Again, Pree Talk is my way to bridge the gap between the audience and the music. The music comes out between 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you actually do the math, I can't do it for you, but sometimes I wish I could. And that's Reggae Sundays, powered by me, DJ RJ. And we play nothing but reggae every single Sunday between that time, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in case you were wondering. It's a great way to vibe out and clean, listen to your whatever you're doing. Clean, you could read, you could do your homework. If you're still doing your schoolwork, whatever you're doing, if you're on your way to church, if you're coming back from church, if you're eating, Reggae Sundays is there for you. If you're packing up to head out to the islands or wherever you're going, play this song, play these songs. This mix is for you. 4 to 6 p.m., that's when we're doing it, rocking out with the people. And Pree Talk, this show is here to bridge the gap so y'all can just talk, cool out, chill, whatever you want to do. And I spread some entertainment news and we just keep it moving. I got one more story for y'all. Chime in if you like. Otherwise, we're going to end it after that. That is a good time. One, maybe two. All right, I'm going to see how it goes. All right. So apparently, we all know AI is really changing things. People are out here making AI music. You got AI artists winning awards out here. I don't know what that is and what that's about, but AI is really changing things. A lot of people are using it every single day for photos, videos, music, workflows, anything they can to try to make things easier and more seamless for their lives. So this story I found is about, the hype around AI, how AI has really changed music, how sometimes you can't even tell the difference between an AI song and a quote unquote real song. I don't even know if I want to put quotes there because I can't imagine any AI really making me feel the way, real people can make music. That's the way I feel. But AI generated music, they're making artists come back to life and, all this post homogenous music is just kind of weird. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But people are doing it. Some people are making some incredible sounding songs, at least sonically. Shout out to some of the people I've heard make some great AI music. Some people on YouTube, Jay Harlem, Zombie Squad, T Will. There's been some people who've done some amazing things. Ronan the Traveler, some amazing things with this AI music, and I can't really get into it. Maybe I'll get into it and blow y'all out the water. Who knows? But that sounded crazy to blow y'all out the water. I did say that, but maybe I'll start getting into the AI music game. Possibly. I just don't want to. I don't want to show off. It's just the old me might create something amazing that just changes the game. And I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of attention. So I'm gonna just chill. I'm not gonna do the AI music thing right now, but I appreciate y'all that are doing it. Shout out to y'all. Definitely shout out to y'all. Because I can't find the time. I do too much already as it is. We're gonna keep DJing though. One thing AI has done, which is along the lines of this article that I read, is create the ability to make stems from a song. What are stems? Stems is when you take each individual part of a song and you're able to independently play it, morph it, do whatever you want, alter it however you like. And AI has done that for DJing. So you could just take out the kick, take out the bass, take out the snare, take out the voice, and make something completely different out of that. They've been doing that with AI for a while now before it even got really big. They've been doing that for a while. And I haven't used it. I've played around with it a little bit, but I've never actually done a set with it. And I've seen what it can do, and it's pretty amazing. You know, being able to separate each individual part of a song, you can take out a verse, take out a chorus, take out the words entirely, and create an instrumental on the spot. So no one could say, hey, I don't have that beat. You can make a beat on the spot while you're DJing. I think that's amazing. I'm sure my DJs agree. So one thing AI has done is create the ability to separate each individual part of a song, create stems, as they call it, and that's something that most likely eventually in the near future I'm gonna be a part of. Once I get me a new computer, set all that up, get my virtual DJ going because that's what I use. I'm gonna do the stems. Virtual DJ has been creating stems or giving you the option to make stems for a long time, and I was a little bit nervous about it. I was like, "What is this new update that y'all are giving me now?" I didn't even realize that was a part of AI, but apparently that is a part of AI, being able to separate that. So AI is doing some incredible things with music. If it can do that, I guess that makes sense why we're able to take someone's voice who already made a song and create another song, which is kind of scary because where is AI really getting this stuff from? You know, they're getting it from the source. Does the source have a say in what AI does with their IP, intellectual property? Who knows? Lots of questions. I'm not going to get into the politics of that right now. We're not going to do that. But lots of questions. Shout out to the people in the building. Please hit that like button on YouTube. Appreciate the love. We're going to spread out to the world, get everybody in on the conversation. That Pree Talk, that's what we're doing here. We're going to end this in a little bit, unless y'all got something else to say. But I had to bring up these topics. I thought they were interesting, so I wanted to bring them to y'all. So AI has created many different waves and lanes that people can join. I'm talking about beat making and song creation. There's also the whole production behind that. Technology has changed to the point where we're able to make beats on our phone. You can take a beat that you're making on a lunch table, record that, and turn that into something. You know, you couldn't do all that before. Maybe with a tape player, you could have done that, but it would have sounded horrible. It would have sounded crazy. You're not doing that. Nobody was lugging that big old tape player to school. Maybe they were. Maybe they were. We did have some big old backpacks, but not me. I wasn't doing it, but I was at home recording the boom bap on the chair, on the wall at home. Definitely. Beatboxing, whatever it took to make a beat. I was doing that. Had to. But with AI, you don't have to do that. You can take your phone, download an app, make a beat on that app in the same manner that you would with a pad, with a what do they call it? An MPC machine. All these things that you can play with a digital pad, you can do it digitally on your phone. It's wild, man. So AI has revolutionized production, the ability to create stems and take apart a song, put it back together, rearrange the song however you'd like it. That's amazing. Um, AI has made it a lot easier to supply the streets and flood the streets with music. Don't know if that's a good thing. Don't know if that's a bad thing, but um, it has done that. It has, you know, created a way that people can just create songs in minutes without having to go to a studio to record it, without having to hire an artist. That really makes things a lot easier. And since they're giving awards for people like that, it looks like it's really changing the playing field and leveling it out a little bit. Maybe saturating the playing field a little bit too much. AI music has been booming. You can look at YouTube and see the views. You can go to Spotify and see the views. All these streaming services are playing AI music, and nobody can stop them. That's what they want to play. It's their service. They can do it. And people are playing it. So if the people are going to it, they're definitely not going to stop it. If it's creating and generating money, they're not going to stop that. Who's getting paid, though? I guess. I don't know. That's the question. Is it the person that created the AI bot? Is it Spotify? Who's getting paid? Spotify's getting paid monthly anyway. Who's getting paid from the AI generated music? I guess the person that uploaded it, right? Yeah, I don't think y'all want me in that game. That's all I would do, is just make music all day, every day. Maybe I should get in that game. Make some money, make an AI music channel. DJ RJ presents AI music. We ain't talking Allen Iverson, but shout out to him. I'm not talking Apple Intelligence. Give me a computer with an M4, M3 chip from Mac on that Nerd Talk, in that Pree Talk, and I'll go crazy with the AI music. Don't get me started. So the first major Grammy win, I had to look this up, involving AI was for a Beatles song called Now and Then from 2024. They won Best Rock Performance in February 2025 using AI to clean up John Legend's demo vocals. So they basically cleaned up John Legend's voice with AI, and they got paid for it. I'm bringing that man to life. That's wild. Hey, shout out to John. Oh man. So that's the AI song. But the AI artist who got signed, let's see. Let's see who's the AI artist that got signed. I don't know. Let's see. AI artist gets a record deal. That's what they still call it. Let's see. Okay. So an AI artist named Zanya Monet, created by Talisha Nikki Jones. Okay. It's in the family. She might be my cousin. What up, Talisha? We got to talk. I got some questions. Recently signed a major $3 million record deal, which is a lot of money, but it's also kind of small for a record deal of today's standards, with Hallwood Media. Zania Monet, created by Talisha Jones, charted on Billboard, signaling a new era in music. Wow, that's crazy. And AI voices and human creativity is the world that they want to create. I don't know, man. We'll see. It really scares me, man. If we become an AI music generation, we're already a pill popping nation. If we become an AI music generation, I don't know. I don't know if I'll have faith anymore in the music industry. The music industry would be dead to me. Like when Nas said hip hop is dead. What did Jay-Z say? He said the death of autotune. Yeah. Am I going to sound like a dinosaur like them? Is that what I'm sounding like right now? Who knows? Not sure, man. Damn. So AI artists getting record deals. AI is changing the landscape of music, being able to write songs, being able to take a song apart, put it back together, revolutionizing production. And you can't forget being able to put a song out in 5 to 10 minutes just based on your text prompts. That's wild. And now I'm sure labels, the ones that are left, are worried that the industry will get too saturated. Their songs won't get played as much because everybody's playing AI music. Who's getting paid off this AI music? It's a lot, man. Warner Music Group, Sony, Universal, whoever's left, I know they all, for lack of a better term, pissing their pants over the amount of AI music and the acceptance, I'm sure, because really people, especially a newer generation, they've been listening to that kind of music for a long time. Even with the age of T-Pain, he sounded like an AI artist. You know, he had his own voice, his own effect called the T-Pain effect. It wasn't just auto-tune. He created his own effect and sold it. And his sound was sought out by a lot of people. He made a lot of money really quickly. And that sound, I think, changed people's ears to now we're okay with a robotic sound. The death of autotune. That's what Jay-Z wanted. And look at it now. When the dinosaurs asked for the death of a new generation that's being birthed, it just grows bigger. And now we got AI music that sounds okay to people's ears. I mean, people were listening to autotune for way longer than they knew. But they turned it up a little bit when T-Pain came, Chris Brown, all these artists. That stuff has been around. I guess that's AI. Being able to tune your voice by studio magic, that's AI. Artificial intelligence. Man, it's crazy what this thing has done. Even on Spotify, Pandora, all these music platforms, AI is compiling, is listening to you, watching you, compiling lists based on your taste and what you listen to daily. And they're creating mixes basically or essentially based off of your mood and your feel. I think that's amazing. I've done that since the creation of, I don't know, iTunes. I've done that forever. I did that with my cassette tapes that I created based off of different CDs. When you made your own mixtape, you know? You make a mixtape based off of mood. They had love mixtapes back in the day. Shout out to February coming up soon. Party mixtapes. Everybody had a party tape. Everybody had a love tape. At least your parents did. So we're not unaccustomed to creating playlists and musical selections based off our mood. So it's not hard for AI to just gather all your information. It's always a gathering and aggregate of your information and see what songs you like, you play, when you play them, how long you play them, which artists you like, what region they live in, what era they're from. It's paying attention to all that and personalizing playlists just for you. AI did that for you. Shouldn't you thank AI? Who knows? And they'll take that playlist and send it out to you and see if you like it. Have you clicked on those lists? I know I have. And sometimes I like it because typically they're just taking the songs you've been playing over and over and just putting them in a different order. I'm like, hey, this is my so-and-so list. Hey, this is my this and that list. Why? Hey, I didn't do this. I did this. You just took my list and made it your own and sold it back to me. Sounds so familiar. But we're going to wrap this up soon. that Pree Talk. This is the longest Pree Talk I've done ever. So shout out to the Pree Talk. Shout out to the people in the building. YouTube, hit that like button. I appreciate the love. Let's get this out because we still got the replay gang who's going to listen. Check out these stories. Fela Kuti, Prize, not going to try to say his first name for real. AI, is it love? Is it hate? I don't know, but we're talking about AI. Was it AI when Kanye and Just Blaze were pitching up all these soul samples? Was that AI? I don't know, man, but now they got AI voice synthesis technology to put your voice with whoever you want. You can just take whatever an artist wrote and created, put your own voice with them, move artists around however you want, like with a stem. It's wild. It's a little confusing what's legal, what you can do, what you can't do with all this AI stuff. This is all a new era. I don't know if we're going in a good direction with this. You know, taking people's voices. They've been taking people's voices for a while, helping AI to learn you and figure out what you're trying to do. I know they've been doing it with Waze and Google Maps and all these other navigation services. They've been taking people's voices. I've done research studies, focus groups where they ask you to say stuff and they want to take your voice for a couple $100 so you could well, probably not that much, but so you could add to the AI fountain. Good luck, y'all. Good luck with this AI. I'm using it, but it's spooky, man. I gotta say, it's spooky. But it's becoming a cheaper alternative to doing the work yourself. You want to make music? Boom, AI. Luckily, it'll never have the feel and the soul that I can give to a song, that an artist can give to a song, but it'll still be catchy and it can still make it sound good. And sometimes that's enough for people. So that's why they love it. That's why we got a AI artist signed to a record, Hallwood Records, whoever that is. I don't know who Hallwood is, but now we know who they are. AI influence and AI induced music from the Beatles. They let the Beatles do it. How come we can't do it? But it's all good. AI is taking over the world. Taking over your music, your ears, your videos, what's real, what's not. I'm discovering all types of stuff that you can do with these videos. It's a little crazy. It's really, really a little crazy. But y'all will see. I heard they got OnlyFans, AI. It's wild. I mean, you can do anything on OnlyFans. You could be a comedian on OnlyFans. But I think they're doing some other things with AI. It's wild. YouTube, hit that like button. This is that Pree Talk. Please comment below after the show is posted. I would appreciate that. Whatever you want to say, you can talk shit if you want. It's all good. I just want people to know that we're here for that Pree Talk. Coming live every Sunday morning. I wish I had a perfect time for you, but I don't have a time. We try to start around 9:45, but it always ends up later. Next week, it will be the same. You can bet that. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit that like button. Send a comment. Share it on your WhatsApp. You can do that. It's a pretty much clean talk show today, so definitely you can share that with family, friends, whoever you want to listen to some up-to-date entertainment news. We got that here. Pree Talk, bridging the gap between the music and the audience, because the audience loves that Reggae Sundays and any other mix that I want to bring. But I can't hear the audience talk, so we got the Pree Talk to make sure I can hear people talk. If they want to salute, let me know they're in the building. I love the love. Appreciate that. If they have something to say, we're going to drop the link. We do that. But otherwise, we're just chilling, giving y'all news, music news, a little bit of tech. Today we had some tech in some earlier episodes. A little bit of gaming, very little bit of gaming. And that's the Pree Talk. We're just spreading the news, talking that talk. Sometimes a little bit of bullshit, but it's all good. Again, check out Reggae Sundays between 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you at, just do the math. I can't do it for you, but sometimes I wish I could. This is that Pree Talk. Tune in next week. But until then, tune in this afternoon for Reggae Sundays with DJ RJ. Let's go. Peace.
Stay sweet.
Oh, baby.
It's that new jam
Oh, yeah.
on WBKE
Okay. Whole six. I feel
Berkeley
that.
Radio.
On the mix.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right now we got my man, my microphone.
Wanna feel your body right next to mine. Oh, yeah. It's for you.
Right here, ma.
Wanna feel your body right next to mine. Oh, yeah.
Check it out. Check it out. Hey. Came home sweating after a hot show. TV glowed, lights low, she asleep for sure. Seen a figure in the sheets, long legs from the feet. Each muscle seen more clearly than you see in the freak. Like the bubble in the back that she keeps discreet. It's only subtle when it's skirt. Let's forget the jeans, strong back. She must have got it from her mother. How else would I get it so vivid under the covers? But her head exposed, pillow up on the bedpost, long hair. Got me cooking breakfast where egg goes. I take off my shoes, turn off the news, turn off the phone.
It's that Pree Talk. Thank y'all for watching. Hit that like.
Watch as Ro travels. Watch as Ro travels.
Stay sweet.
Oh, baby.
It's that new jam
Oh, yeah.
on WBKE.
Okay. I feel
Birthday
that.
Radio.
In the mix.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right now we got my man, the microphone.
Wanna feel your body right next to mine. Oh, yeah.
It's for you. Right here, ma.
Wanna feel your body right next to mine. Oh, yeah.
Check it out. Check it out. Hey. Came home sweating after a hot show. TV glowed, lights low, she asleep for sure. Seen a figure in the sheets, long legs from the feet. Each muscle seen more clearly than you see in the freak. Like the bubble in the back that she keeps discreet. It's only subtle when it's skirt. Let's forget the jeans, strong back. She must have got it from her mother. How else would I get it so vivid under the covers? But her head exposed, pillow up on the bedpost, long hair. Got me cooking breakfast with egg goes. I take off my shoes, turn off the news, turn off the phone.
Stay sweet.
Oh, baby.
It's that new jam
Oh, yeah.
on WBKE.
Okay. Whole six. I feel
Birthday
that.
radio.
In the mix.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right now we got my man, my microphone.
Wanna feel your body right next to mine. Oh, yeah.
It's for you. Right here, ma.
Wanna feel your body right next to mine. Oh, yeah.
Check it out. Check it out. Hey. Came home sweating after a hot show. TV glowed, lights low, she asleep for sure. Seen a figure in the sheets, long legs from the feet. Each muscle seen more clearly than you see in the freak. Like the bubble in the back that she keeps discreet. It's only subtle when it's skirt. Let's forget the jeans, strong back. She must have got it from her mother. How else would I get it so vivid under the covers? But her head exposed, pillow up on the bedpost, long hair. Got me cooking breakfast with egg goes. I take off my shoes, turn off the news, turn off the phone.